We're not even allowed to let them orgasm anymore.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. You get, oh shit. Oh, we're under attack. It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. We're not safe in our homes. We're not safe in our man caves. We're not safe in the sheets. I bet you we won't even be safe in the shower. We won't even be able to shower in peace. We are under attack. You can't even lay wood without becoming under attack. I need to show you guys this shit. Under fire. Listen to what this woman from Valuetainment has to say. Miss Jedediah Bilal. Oh boy, she's an advocate for us. She's one of us.
Damn.
Ridiculous.
Hate this shit, man. Well, welcome to T.K.O.T.
Yo, you about to hear some knowledge.
Listen to what she says. Listen to what's going on right now. We're under attack. If they start jumping on board with this dumb BS, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. Listen.
Magazine for women. I see this article, why guys get turned on when you orgasm and why that's a bad thing. So now they're trying to sell you, the same people that sold you that women are going to be happy alone when they hit the wall and they're looking at everybody else who has kids and family and they're eating a big, pint of Ben and Jerry's, crying, watching The Notebook at home. They told you were going to be happy. That's what your real life is. Now they're telling you that if a guy makes you orgasm and enjoys that, there's something wrong. You got to stop it. Okay. So let's see what they say. Of course, guys manage to make your orgasm about themselves. It's not enough that men are already having more orgasms than women. To make matters worse, a new study published in the Journal of Sex Research found, aside from deriving pleasure from their own orgasms, men also derive a specific sort of masculine pleasure from making female partners orgasm. Oh, no.
Yeah. Because you get sick. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I got her nice. I got her gushy.
Got her gushy.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
I can't believe it. It's a sin, guys. Don't be doing it.
Yeah.
Don't be saying, hey, girl, I can make you get there. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. You're going to end up in articles. You're going to end up in the news.
How is that even article worthy? And this is Cosmopolitan posting this. And I remember Cosmos. Cosmos was one of those magazines that like every girl used to read. I remember it because my girlfriend at the time, she used to always read Cosmos.
Cosmopolitan's been around for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. At least 20 plus years. So if Cosmopolitan is posting stuff like this, men, we're under attack.
We're under fire.
Under attack.
Yeah, they're coming for our throats.
You can't even please.
They're coming for our throats.
You can't even please your woman anymore.
Nope.
Because it looks like you're being greedy.
Yep.
Not only are you getting to get pleasure because you orgasm, but you can't. You shouldn't be able to make me orgasm.
Madness. Madness.
The M word.
This is
we can't have men feeling more masculine. That would be a hideous, hideous side effect of sexual intimacy between two people. These feminists, man, they are trying to wreck this country. People better wake up.
Crazy,
Feminists are...
Like, where are they going to discuss this stuff? Like, do they have board meetings?
Yeah.
Does someone just say, hey, I have a new idea? I don't like it that men get us there. I don't like it. I think there's something disgusting about it.
Yeah.
When I look into a man and I see how much pleasure he gets from it, it makes me angry.
That sounds
Why does it make you so upset to see me happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why could we not be happy?
Yeah, because I think with this movement, what's happening is that even because I don't need a man, I don't need this form. So if that person is making me orgasm, the same person I say I don't need, that's where this article is coming from.
Yeah, it must be coming from the angle that we don't need you to get there.
To get there.
And I don't like the fact that you feel good that you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Damn.
Coming for men, they're coming for women, they're coming just to wreck. And you ever notice, by the way, most of these women, these feminists, they're very unhappy people, right? It just seethes out of the body. When you meet somebody and they seem joyful and that energy is contagious to you.
Why does everything have to make you mad?
So many of these women, modern women, I don't need a man, this, that, feminism was great for women. They just look rancid inside, right? Like something rotten's coming out. They got an expression all the time. It's like these female CEOs sometimes. I hate to say it. Not all of them, but a lot of them look like they're just inside, just spoiled milk. It's ready to bubble over. And
it's because you're having a hard time in life. You're trying to live like a man and your insides are just turning upside down. Be like, why the fuck am I going through all this struggle? It's because you're choosing a path that a man normally walks.
Yeah.
One full of struggle and learning and trying to become better and greater and trying to provide and teach. It's hard, and you're gonna make a lot of effing mistakes, and sometimes you're gonna get depressed from it. Especially when you start failing a bunch of times too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not for y'all. You don't want that path. It sucks. We do it because we have to.
Yeah, exactly.
For us to get these, we have to build. We have to go get these things. It's not a choice for us, but it is most certainly a choice for you. Yeah. And to choose the path to walk like a man is miserable.
Yeah.
If you're not a man.
Yeah.
I'll say that. If you're not a man. Because for us, it's in our nature.
Yeah, it's our nature. Yeah.
So it's not as miserable for us.
Fail,
you know,
struggle.
we're built to kind of just eat it. You know, we're built at just eating stuff. That's why you know, men go to war and see dudes getting blasted away, and in the moment they're like, I just gotta keep going. That's us. That's what we. Even if it hurts, it sucks. I just gotta keep going.
Yeah, that's the thing about men. Men will actually accept the L and realize that life is throwing them L's.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be able to take that L and get up, stand up, and move forward like everything's okay.
Exactly.
You know, that's why mental health is really important, especially for men out there. Having mental health throughout this crisis that we're talking about right now, especially with this video, talking about pretty much shaming. You're shaming a man for making you orgasm. This is absolutely crazy. Can you imagine after you like, you know, woo, baby, what'd you do to me? What'd you do to me? I gave you an orgasm. No, you're not supposed to do that.
Wow.
That's wild. So what's that telling you? It's even telling you not to be enough for your partner, right? Because bringing it to that level of arousement for your partner is actually important for bonding. You know what I mean? It means you're able to read your partner, to know what you need to do to get them to feel that bond with you. So I think what this article is pretty much saying is just destroying the male and female bond at its most intimate and private, because you should never have that discussion about the bedroom.
No, that's a weird conversation.
It's a weird conversation.
I wonder if you have to, like, let's say that something like this really catches traction, you know?
Yeah.
And this becomes a thing that, like, women and feminists embrace.
Yeah.
Then do you have to ask for consent to get the woman there? It's like, baby, listen.
Can I?
I really rock the boat, just so you understand. I rock it. Yeah. And I need to know, is it cool if I get you there?
Yeah.
Is it fine? Let's get that recorded. Perfect. Signed. Here and here. Excellent. Date. Thank you.
The date.
Perfect. Photo. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. You consent.
Yeah.
And you go to town.
Yeah.
That's gonna be silly.
That's scary.
It is scary.
That's a scary place in the world to live in, man.
Yeah. That's scary.
Man.
That's scary. You can't even lay down with your woman or with a woman without having to have fear of, you know, what the outcome or the aftermath might be.
Yeah.
This is gonna scare away a lot of young dudes, like just getting into it, especially when they fumble it. You know, young people fumble.
Yeah.
And when they're getting in the bedroom, they're fumbling it. They don't necessarily know what to do.
Yeah, a lot of times to get to that point with your partner, you got to know them well. Yeah. You got to know like their ins and outs, what they like, what they don't like, and a lot of times it's just you're kind of fumbling around in the dark. You're right. Yeah. So, but now they're saying to the point where, let's say congratulations, you've reached the point of being able to make that person orgasm. That's bad. That's crazy. that to me is saying that they're really trying to control the narrative of how people should treat each other intimately and behind closed doors, because that makes no sense. If a person is if people have decided to come into sexual intercourse together, this discussion has no place to have any side in the bedroom. It shouldn't have any side in the bedroom. Yeah. and what's bad about Cosmopolitan posting this is that they're just creating this narrative for people to think about. Because without a partner, what are you going to use? You're going to use different tools. For example, vibrators, all these other things that please you for the moment, but they don't actually solve what's really wrong. Like, the point of fact is people need to start bonding, creating relationships together, long-term relationships together, being with each other for a long enough time so they can actually reach an orgasm. Let's be honest, the first time you meet somebody, you sleep with them the first night, you're not going to know how to organize them, unless you're some sexual guru. But most of the time, you have to create a bond, be with somebody for a while, then you have that experience. So you're taking away that experience from people who have been with each other for a long time. And then you're going to try to incorporate tools like dildos and stuff to reach that pleasure. So if a man isn't supposed to make you pleasure, give you pleasure, let's all rely on our dildos?
Yeah, they're going to rely on their toys.
Or masturbation? That's crazy. Well, that's what I see this narrative going to. That he shouldn't be able to make me. Bro, man, I gotta see what else is saying.
All right, let's keep moving. Let's see what else they got to say. Oh, oops, wrong button.
The back screen.
Let's just hope you're not in the way when it does. It's true. Okay, let's look back to the study. Jed, you digress. The study gathered 810 men. That's not a large pool, but regardless, that's how these studies work. 810 men to read a story where they had to imagine an attractive woman either did or did not orgasm during sex with them. And each man was then asked to rate their sexual esteem and the extent to which they'd feel masculine after experiencing the scenario. The results are what you'd expect. Men felt more masculine and felt higher esteem when they imagined a woman orgasm during sex with them.
Men in general
These results
will
suggest
feel
that
good
women's
about that.
orgasms do function as a...
I don't know any man that doesn't like getting his girl there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normal.
It's like, yo, I did
It's
it.
a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know, especially some
I
girls
made her
they
happy.
want to say, I ain't never had that happen to me
Yeah.
before. You know, no one's ever got me there. And you go in there and you do a fucking the 1, 2, 1.
Yeah.
It makes you feel accomplished.
And this has nothing to do, and the fact that...
And she feels good. I don't know what woman's gonna feel bad coming out of that. What kind of weird thinking is that?
I think what I'm trying to take from this is that this article is saying that because they're able to provide that orgasm, it's giving us a sense of, oh, I'm more masculine, but they're trying to take the masculinity away from us. See what I'm saying? They're trying to take our masculinity away from us.
Right.
And because this action is making us feel more manly.
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
No,
we shouldn't be
because
empowering
because our masculinity is toxic.
Yeah, and we should not be empowering men's masculinity by allowing them to give us an orgasm. This article is bonkers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I debunk them.
Whoa, that's wild. Do not listen to this. No, we don't. No,
masculinity achievement for men. Why is that a bad thing?
Bad
though?
news, man.
You wonder. Sane people at home in the chat may be wondering, why is this a bad thing? Well, let's read. Let's read what the psychopaths at Cosmo magazine have to say. Despite increasing focus on women's orgasms, research indicated that the increased attention to women's orgasms may also serve men's sexuality, complicating conceptualizations of women's orgasms as women-centric. So in other words, this is what they're saying. They're saying that if a female orgasms, it's got to be woman-centric. It can't be about the man. If it's about the man or he's done something to do it, or somehow the fact that she had an orgasm makes him feel good, now it's a man-centric thing and you've taken something away from her. No, you haven't. Men, don't listen to this, by the way. You have not taken something away from your woman. If you have made her orgasm, you have made a very happy woman. Okay? And that pair bonding and all that stuff that we...
This lady right here, she knows what to talk about.
Facts.
You just made it very happy.
Yeah.
There's lots of guys out there who don't do that. Who just don't know how. I don't know what to do when I get in there.
Yeah.
If you can do that, that is a skill you
All
hold on
power
to.
to you, man.
More power to you, buddy.
You just learned a trade.
Exactly.
That's the trade, man.
You got that magic.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You got that magic shit. Don't listen to these women on that in that article.
we talk about is
She will
heightened
do you right.
when that
Yeah,
stuff
she talks
happens.
some
So
shit. Wow.
why are they trying to say this stuff? Well, it's easy,
That's so
right?
weird. Why
They
do
want
they-
less men and women
What do
coming
you think,
together.
Every
And
form of
they
action.
want men to be less effective in the
Every
bedroom
angle to take
because then women are going to be more likely to say, I don't need a man. And their whole narrative, this whole feminist narrative does well. If you've got men less wanting to sleep with women less and women wanting to sleep with men less, the whole thing falls apart, right? So it's all agenda driven. It's all agenda driven. Check this out. In a separate statement from Chadwick and Van Anders, they explained why it's a bad thing for men to gain masculinity points for bringing female partners to orgasm. This is what they say. These are the authors of the study. One reason is that it might pressure some heterosexual men to feel like they have to give women orgasms as if orgasm is something men pulled out of a hat and presented to women. They have created these lunatics.
What?
These lunatics, feminist.
What? Wait, we made it? We pulled it out of the head? Watch this, baby. We got a trick for you that you didn't even know your body could do. Watch this.
Yeah, if
Give it a twitchy.
how can you associate orgasms with something men created?
Hey, man, whatever. More power to us, I guess.
Crazy, man.
We that great.
That's crazy.
We managed to make your body do things that it wasn't supposed to do. I don't understand how to even how do I fathom this? How do I understand and digest what that was?
I figure
That makes no sense.
I figure what's happening is because Cosmos, they start by directing their articles and their magazines. I don't know if they still have it in print. They must have it still in print. Is that they're targeting is got to be young women like 14, 15, 16 and up, all the way up to like whatever 30s or 40s. Because I remember when my girlfriend was
It's got to be 30s and up.
Yeah, no, not just 30s and up. Cosmos, it caters to like 16-year-olds. We were in high school together, and she was reading Cosmos in high school.
Okay.
So she's like 15, 16 in high school.
Okay.
You know,
So the younger ones are probably reading
they're
articles
reading,
online
right.
and stuff.
Yeah, and for them to put this type of ideology into their head is absolutely crazy. Because if any, like she just said, any woman would love to have an orgasm.
Yeah.
And men did not invent orgasms. In fact, we were so oblivious that women could even orgasm.
Yeah.
We didn't even know where the clit was.
Just slamming away.
We had no idea
Just slam
that
it
you
away.
had to do certain things to please her. We were just pleasing ourselves, and then boom, you know. So, like, this article is crazy. It's not a good article.
That's gonna really mess up the young folk.
That's the whole point.
And the dudes who are already struggling to even lay with the woman. Now they're gonna be like, yo, even when I get the chance, like,
Yeah.
I have to like ask a lot of questions just to make sure it's safe and I'm not gonna get in trouble.
Right? Yeah, that's right. That's true.
You know, and they're already struggling. Like this probably means nothing to a guy that can already, do it. No problem.
Yeah.
I can find someone to have sex with.
Yeah, but
I can find someone to lay with, whatever.
Yeah.
But for the guy who's struggling, like, yo, my guy, this is gonna scare the crap out of him.
Yeah, of course it will. Yeah, because he already can't do it. One, and then now two. If
That's crazy.
Yeah, if she's reading this article, she's like, well, I don't think you should be able to do it because, you're gonna get more masculine because of it.
That's awful.
He's gonna empower you because you did something for me.
Let's continue.
Lunatics
That's crazy.
have made it into a power paradigm now in the bedroom. So it's no longer about, something as simple as a man and a woman love each other. They're in the bedroom, they're having sex, they want to please each other, and a man gets gratification out of a woman getting pleasure, out of a woman feeling more bonded to him in that experience, out of a woman getting that orgasm and he knows he made it happen. It can't just be a simple, you do for me, I do for you, we love each other, it's an amazing, intimate experience. No, it can't be that for Cosmo magazine. It's got to be about a power dynamic. And they are suggesting, by the way, that if men give women the orgasm, women lose power.
After that, she's
You lose power. You lose authority in that situation. Talk about a recipe for making women miserable, right? Now they're encouraging women to choose men that don't have the power to make them orgasm. Women aren't going to want to stay there. So you know what they want? The authors of Cosmo magazine, vibrator culture. That's what they want. They want women saying, I don't need a man. They want them getting a little toy or something.
Yeah, man.
Doing that.
Yeah, vibrator culture is huge, bro.
No pair bonding. No bond formed between man and
don't
woman.
need
And
you.
guess
Yeah,
what?
you
Then no
can,
family, no
I don't
nothing
need
comes
you,
out of
right?
that. Ripping the intimacy
It's a
right
human
out of the
thing inside, bro. You
experience.
want a toy.
Ripping what makes women
wanna feel
really
like cold,
cling to men
cold,
right out of the
plastic or
experience.
whatever
Disgusting.
rubbery toy beside them. Come outside when
And this is their
the dog
conclusion that they
heat up.
say when women's orgasm begin to
Trophies.
serve as a masculinity achievement for
feels
male
more
partners, the orgasm
You're in
cease to be
trouble,
about
you're
women's
trouble.
liberation
God.
Yo, pause for
or
a second.
sexual pleasure. They
Men, we are in trouble. And I'm going to say this. Okay, so this article, now I've noticed that there isn't any articles that, because Cosmos caters to women. There are no articles that cater to men like this. There are no magazines that cater to men like this, that sell, okay, well, maybe GQ, but that's all about clothing. They
Yeah,
don't talk,
I don't think there's any articles.
no, they don't talk
not like this.
Yeah,
As far as I know.
GQ, Men's Health, they don't talk about bashing the other sex at all. In fact, they only talk about, hey, we could dress well so you can attract the other female. Anyways, point I'm trying to make is, could you imagine, guys, this is for my men out there, could you imagine if there was an article saying that women shouldn't allow to make a man orgasm?
Good. Good.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
If they're telling you women do not make your man orgasm because you what?
Magazine.
Yeah, because if you make your man orgasm, well then you've caused him to have pleasure, and it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't make her femininity grow larger, or the way she feels about her positiveness and how she's able to please you is wrong. That makes no sense. Could you imagine that?
No, that's bullshit.
No man would read that article.
No
we
man
burn it.
would ever agree with
We
it.
take it like this, and we light it with we light it on fire.
You light it up.
We wouldn't even read that article. But because of this feminism, an article like this can be published in the Cosmopolitan and be read with whatever their range is. Hundreds of thousands of women will have read this article. Could you imagine? Let's flip the script.
There's nothing to imagine.
Right? I don't want to imagine
No
that.
man would ever say
No man would ever say this, right? But
I don't wanna bust
But
in that.
only in feminism can that happen, where a woman, where you can have an article about women complaining about getting an orgasm. I don't know any woman that does not want an orgasm, or that would blame the man
That's
she
because
calls it.
it's nonsense.
It's nonsense.
I think things like this are made just to distract people.
Just
Just to throw things on a tissy and just to confuse people and make us get off track of what we're supposed to be. And that's fucking great. We're out here to try and be great. This is not greatness. This is madness.
Madness.
This is trying to make you crazy and confused, and you try and lay down with somebody. You have to make all these rules and stipulations. That don't do this. I'd rather you imagine. It's like they're having sex. They're doing the thing. She starts feeling she's gonna get there. She's like, stop. That's it.
That's it.
I've had enough.
I'm too close to the edge.
And she opens up her drawer.
That's
all you hear,
crazy.
the guy sits there like, oh,
That's crazy.
What do I do here?
Could you imagine that?
I guess I finished myself off.
Can you imagine that?
No, it's so stupid.
That's
and,
bananas.
and like asinine and moronic.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's gonna cause so much confusion.
Yeah.
And I swear, I hope people read this and say, "Pooh," and throw it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. That's a very horrible article.
It's so dumb. Oh my god.
Just become another opportunity for men to
I can't believe
flex
someone wasted
their
resources to write
masculinity.
something
Yeah,
like
bro.
this.
Yeah.
These people are sick.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
telling you, these writers,
Who the
these
hell is
feminists
this for?
at these magazines, at these women's magazines,
Shit.
are sick people. There's something not right up top. There's something not right. They are so deeply threatened by the reality that men are men and women are women. They are so deeply threatened by their inability to compete with men. They're so deeply threatened by everything, by traditional gender roles, by everything that stabilizes society, family, traditional gender roles, all that stuff, that they now have to wreck sex for men and women by somehow making you think that it's bad if your man can please you because it takes power away from you. These feminists are sick.
They're
Sick.
miserable.
If you like the short clip and want to watch another short clip,
They're miserable.
Miserable, bro.
They're miserable. These feminists out here are all just miserable women. And they're trying to come out after our men when we're already struggling as is. We are trying our best to do well out here.
Yeah.
And then here you are coming after us.
Yeah.
Relentlessly.
Yeah. That's
And you want to wonder why you can't find any good ones. Well, you're coming after all of us.
yeah. That was a clear and a blatant attack
Yeah.
on.
Fucking wild, man.
Because let's be honest. Look,
Yeah.
it'd be the article would sound different if you're saying that men prefer to make themselves orgasm before making their partner orgasm or whatever. It'd just be we're only self-servient in bed and da da da. That would be more of an article that I'd be like, okay, maybe guys should be out there trying to please their partner a bit more. But to have an article saying that if you please your woman, that there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, no man should listen to that.
No, that is not.
No woman either. No woman, no man.
No woman should
listen to
read or listen to that. Because I can guarantee you, and I can tell you right now firsthand, that it's a good thing. That is a good thing to where you can please your partner.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's important.
Don't let this type of article get into your household, get in and seep into your wells of thoughts and change your views on things that you know to be right. Because sometimes when you hear things, you know that they're wrong. Just listening to this article, I know it's crazy. Yeah. But the problem is that maybe we're alone on this. Maybe.
No, this will mess up the younger people.
Yeah, exactly.
For people who are older, 30s, whatever, they have some sense and they lived life to understand when they're being fed BS. At least some of them are,
That's what,
The ones who are already lost, maybe confused by this age.
Yeah.
But the ones who have at least a decent half of their mind, they already know, I'm being fed BS.
Yeah, they can decipher.
I've been with enough women, or I've been with enough men.
And they like it.
I think I like it. I don't think I'm going to blame them for that, and no one's going to stop me from having it.
Yeah.
But for the people who are just starting to, the young people,
the
young folks who are starting to learn how to become women, learn how to become men, they are going to come across this stuff and potentially get misguided. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's their target audience.
Yes.
I can tell.
They know it's the people who are growing up and trying to become themselves, are looking for things to cling to learn how to become themselves.
That's right.
Every person's like that. You look at things to empower you, to make you stronger, to motivate you, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're going to read things like this, come by it, and some women might read it and be like, oh, I never knew that this was a toxic masculine trait, and this is a man overpowering me, and now I know that I should stop a man from doing that because this is my right to do this and not yours.
That's right.
Or something. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. That's what this argument. You're right, because that's what that's the argument that this article is trying to put towards people who either don't know any better, or are looking for media to raise them. Yeah. Because let's be honest, a lot of media, social media raises a lot of children.
Yeah, I can do that,
it offers them suggestions on how to think, how to behave, how to act, and they do that
I
accordingly.
think some things on social media is probably it's good, for learning. Some things you can learn from there.
Yes.
Excuse me. But certain things like this, nah.
Yeah.
These subjects are too too touchy and too like personal. Like I don't think these articles are healthy for people to be discussing about how you should be engaging in the bedroom with your partner.
Yeah. And actually,
that's a discussion for them. They should have that discussion and not have your influence come inside their bedroom.
Yeah, and actually, there was an article I remember that I read where they were saying that the courtrooms should have no, not in the courtrooms, but the media and the opinion of the public should have no place in the bedroom. If couples want to do a hula hoop while standing on top of the roof and spinning down in a spiral on a pole, so be it. Go ahead and do your thing, baby. Make sure you're safe and everybody is tucked in bed at night properly. Yeah. But to have an article like this is just, it's become so over sexualized. Like I don't even think this should be a topic of discussion, really. You know,
no, this is a strange topic.
This is a very strange topic.
I don't know how, like, whose idea was this? What happened to, like, who's the person who wrote the article?
Yeah, but
what came inside your head to make you feel like you having an orgasm means you're under attack?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Cosmos and I like I said, Cosmopolitan has been a magazine that's been around for a very long time. They're in a lot of homes. A lot of young women read these articles. Jesus,
it's hard enough being a person living in this world, and imagine being a man trying to survive, and you're also under attack all the time.
Yeah, that's
I'm just trying to become good and do my damn thing and live, and then at the same time I have to defend myself constantly against the bombardment of my natural state of being.
Yeah,
and being told it's toxic.
Yeah,
and they're trying to point out all these ways that aren't like you, like women. That are considered toxic because it's not like you.
Yeah, I would argue that this article is toxic. Yeah, I would argue that this feminist article that was written is extremely toxic, and it's toxic for other young women to be reading stuff like this, because I know across the board, if I were to take 10 women and ask them, did you like it when your partner made your orgasm? As Jedediah just said it, she said yes. If you make a woman orgasm, you're doing a good thing. So this, like I said, a lot of these articles, they just they just spew things out into the air. Like what this article did, just threw something out there and see what type of traction it gets. Yep. That's the only thing I can assume with this.
Yeah, just see what kind
with this nonsense.
That might make some sense. Just
throw some random nonsense.
See what comes back.
Yeah, and see what happens. You know, let's just say something that's so blatantly outrageous, and as you can see, it's so outrageous that we're reacting to it. You know, and I know our viewers are going to react to it and wonder what the heck is this magazine talking about. But when we talk about, men being under siege and us being, our actual, just being a male is just our most basic things, like being able to please your partner. I don't know when that's ever been something to be toxic about. That's amazing.
This is some new shit.
Man. That's some new stuff right there.
That's some new 2023 stuff right there, man. I don't know anything about that. Imagine that.
It scares me, man. It really scares me. I'm scared for the future in society as a whole. Never mind men, women. I'm just scared of the future of any child, any person that's age 10 and up right now. Between age 10, between age 5 and 25. It's got a lot of different scary things that are being presented to them.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of confusion.
So much questioning of everything. You know?
Well, I ain't got nothing left to say on this topic.
No, man, that
I'm done.
Yeah.
You guys watch it. Leave your point of view, what you think. I would hope that it's not on agreeing with this, but hey, everyone's free to have their own opinion.
Yeah. Questions and comments below. Let us know how you feel about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Till next time.